Boys, it is me, Godzilla Tortilla. How are you? I'm superb. I want to go over a fascinating build with a bit of a backstory. One of the boys on the Discord last season was harassing everybody, trying to find a Caduceus with Holy Freeze. And we're like, motherfucker, why? What are you going to do with this piece of shit that nobody wants? And this is what he ended up using it for. Beast in a Caduceus with a +3 Holy Freeze base for his Holy Freeze Paladin. So shout out to Vaza. This is his build. A lot of the ideas of all pulled from him, really. I've added a couple of small tweaks, but all the credit goes to him, so I hope you guys enjoy this one. And I'll go through some variants as well after we go through stats, skills, gear, and then we'll see what your blood type is, boys. Okay, strength is not too bad. We got 42. We have a lot of a bit of a bonus from things like Drax and Enigma, right? Which is great. Now, if we take off my Enigma, you can see 129. We still have base 42. Easy, boys. Dexterity, we put a bit extra in here just to bump up my attack rating a little more. There you go. And also my block rate too, once we have Holy Shield on. And the rest in Vitality, as we see, 393. Pretty good, okay? Cold Res is the only one which is a bit lower, but, you know, thankfully, we don't need to worry about that too much, because we can kill shit. We don't, yeah, you kill shit before you get killed, okay? It's a great game plan, isn't it? 30 FCR, that's what we have for Enigma to teleport around, which is, it's good enough, boys. It really is, okay? Over to skills. As you can see, Holy Freeze is our primary, okay? So, Holy Freeze in our offensive auras is maxed out. We have 40, okay? This is on our main attack swap, level 40. Over here, we've got synergies maxed out of Resist Cold and Salvation, okay? Bingo bongo, yeah? I always say that usually when I get to stats and skills. Combat skills. 1.1 wonders down here with extra points into Holy Shield. And then, to no surprise, we've got Zeal and then Sacrifice, okay? One point for you guys is, if you're leveling this out, you should know this already if you're doing Zeal. Points into Zeal, maxing this first is good to cap out your attack rating, and then extra goes into Sacrifice for a synergy, which only gives you damage, not attack rating, okay? Now, over to our gear. How does this kind of function? Well, this is the main attraction of the build, really. Plenty of different weapons you can put, but this was really fun. This is what Vaza wanted to build around, and I thought it was so fucking cool, and I really enjoyed testing it and playing through once I got this whole thing kitted up and ready to go. So +3 on a Caduceus base. So this is giving us +3 to our base. We're up to 40 Holy Freeze, so it's a good chunk of damage. That's why we want it. And then Fanaticism, so we're going to get our APS, our attacks per second, through the roof. Crushing Blow, Open Wounds. We've got all of the fun things on there, which are great. And if we want, we can summon a Grizzly too, which kind of hangs about, you know, he doesn't die too often. Now, we've got Nightwings on here, so we've got 5/5 facet, that's just capping out our cold damage, okay, that makes sense. We've got High Lords, we've got more Deadly Strike, because we still do a reasonable amount of physical damage as well, and then your attack speed there. Enigma, teleport around. We have Drax, you can switch these out to things like Laying of Hands, but in terms of consistency, stepping up the player count, which we're going to do here, hopefully if I have enough time, it's well worth it, I would say. Over here, we've got an extra FCR ring paired with Arachnid Mesh. So again, we need 30%. So pairing just 2 of these, and that's it. You know, get your res, everything you'd need. And this is a Raven Frost, to no one's surprise, with Gore Riders. Yeah. For the shield, we have this absolute, beast. Okay. So this is your creme de la creme, boys. This is, I don't even know if that's how you say it. I don't know. I'm not French. Is that French? I don't care. This is your shield that you'd want. Okay. Peak, Holy Freeze, cold damage. Just, this is, you know, the highly attainable shield that you're going to get, okay? Absolutely amazing. I'll show the rest of my gear, and I'll go through some variants, okay? Now, I've got Life and All Res, Annie, Torch, Cold Rupture, Offensive Auras down here, and then on Switch, we have our CTA. Mercenary is running Andy's Fortitude Infinity, with Might Aura to give us an extra bing bong, okay? Now, in terms of a switch for gear, okay, Beast, I know, is a little bit much, okay, but you can do things like go for an Azorath. Azure Wrath is quite handy having Sanctuary. You get +1, decent attack speed. You can put a facet in that little boy. And you've got a good set of magic damage as well as cold damage. Over 500 cold damage on there. So I would say that is a better budget option to go for. In terms of a shield, you've got a few different options you can go for here. Now, an easier one would be a Herald of Zakarum. Very good plus skills. You could see down in Holy Freeze, we're still down in 40 paired with this. Okay, very good. Facet in there, you're good to go. Strength, Vitality, Aures, very easy coverage, and I'll tell you from testing, the shit still works very well. Another weird alternative is you can find a type of shield that has +3 offensive auras and any other handy stat, ideally deflecting, so you've got chance to block and 30 faster block rate. You can socket that, hopefully get 2 sockets at 50% chance at Larzik, right? And get 2 facets. So that's a good alternative there as well. So you could see we're up to 41, so slightly more damage. But in terms of budget, this is what I would recommend, boys, is Azure Wrath with your Herald of Zakarum, and Vazza did approve that of budget as well, okay? But for the sake of testing, I'm going to go back to a big dick cheese, so we got Sacred Taj on here with our beast. Oh yeah, boys. Oh yeah. Let's go players 1, and then we'll tick about to a few different places and show you how this works, eh? Bloody good, bloody good. Let's go, where's a good place to test? Let's go Inner Cloister. Let's go rip through Bone Ash, eh? Alright. Bump up battle orders and all of that. We're looking nice and tasty. We'll switch back. 8750 on Zeal, 2000 up to 2000 pulse damage. Mercenary is sitting up over here, and we don't yet have Might on, I believe. Do we have Might on? No, not yet. Let's go in, boys. Well, that was easy. This build is very strong once you get it kitted up. We gotta move up to somewhere else. Boys, let's go straight up to players 4, I think. Oh, I forgot my Holy Shield. Sorry, boys. Let's put that up so we can see my block rate over here, 75. Nice. Nice. Let's go to Canyon of Magi. I like the density over here, so I like showing this every now and again. Love a good load screen, don't you, boys? Here we are. With that shield, it's hard to see which one is actually the elite or not. Oh yes, boys. We've got an elite pack that has Might, but Mercenary hasn't turned on his yet. Or has he? Now he has. So we're over 9k damage. There we go. Very good coverage with consistent physical damage and then cold elemental. Very nice. For those of you that play Blizzork, which is probably most of you, or have done in the past, you know that Ancient Tunnels is a good place to farm if you've got any cold specific builds. So it's not too bad with this. You can put on, you know, some magic fine gear, put on some war travs, and zip through there. Do some Ancient Tunnels on high player count as a good alternative. Obviously, any type of Zeal build like this does slow down quite a bit in places with super high density. So cows and that I would not recommend, just because the AoE is limited with Zeal. The only AoE we're getting is from our pulse, which is still reasonable, but unless we're doing things like Dual Dream where the pulse is ridiculously high in comparison to this, I would stick to more small to medium dense areas to farm. Here we go. Stone Skin, he can still get it. Beautiful, boys. Beautiful. Let's get rid of this amp damage, and I want to go somewhere else. They are not to serve you. Let's clear through Chaos. I'm going to zip through, no. Not not kill everything entirely. Okay. So let's buff up again. Put these on. Go over here. E. And then just for you boys, I'm going to put on a little Grizzy. Okay? Put on Grizzy. Let's go. What player count are we again? Alright, this is P4. Not too bad. When my life tap procs from my Drax, my Grizzly can get some health back then. Again, this is Players 4. Players 4 Chaos Sanctuary, boys. All enchanted. Get wrecked, boys. Let's move on. Very strong, very consistent. Having high Holy Freeze is so nice for the consistent crowd control. It's just limited as Zeal. You need to be in that close range. We're limited in terms of AoE. But in enemies that are up front, they're gonna get bonked down, boys, which is pretty damn nice with this. Lord Decease. See you, brother. Oh no, my beer's gonna die. So sad. Should we summon him back? Why not? Let's do it. I know he's really expensive, but he's pretty cute. Let's go, boys. Players 4 Diablo. Let's go. Whew. Not bad. Not bad, boys. Eh? Shit. I'm going to leave that there. I hope you boys enjoyed this one. Very good variant for a Holy Freeze Paladin. If you find a Caduceus base that nobody wants that you might be able to use, keep it. Keep it, boys. Fuck around with something like this. You got a spare burr rune, you got some spare time, you get bored of a Hammerden, you come to the right place, boys. So thank Vezza for that. See you guys.